Subscribe the Kidzu channel and press the bell icon for more moral-based kids stories. Story name is The Fox and the Stork. One day a selfish fox invited a stork for dinner. Stork was very happy with the invitation. She reached the fox home on time and knocked at a door with her long beak. The fox took her to the dinner table and served some soup in shallow bowl for both of them. As the bowl was too shallow for the stork, she couldn't have any soup at all. But the fox licked up his soup quickly. The stork was very angry and upset, but she didn't show her anger and behaved politely. To teach a lesson to the fox, she then invited him for a dinner the next day. She too served soup, but this time the soup was served in two tall, narrow vases. The stork devoured the soup from her vase, but the fox couldn't drink any of it because of his narrow neck. The fox realized his mistake and went home famished. Story name is Elephant and Sparrow. A couple of sparrows settled on a big tree in a forest. A female sparrow laid some eggs. Meanwhile, as the sun was high, an elephant stood under the tree to rest. The elephant was restless and rubbed the tree hard if no one was as strong as him. All the sparrow eggs in the nest on the tree fell down and broke. It was an accident that the sparrow's egg broken. As all the eggs were broken, the female sparrow cried a lot. Hearing the cry of sparrow, the woodpecker quail living in a neighboring tree came and learned about it. My friend, if you sit and cry, you will fall. You must take a revenge on the elephant that broke your trust, said the woodpecker. How can we take a revenge on a mountain elephant? Said the pair of sparrows. Let's go to my friend Firefly. Will that do the trick? Said the wood quail, and all together went at the firefly. The elephant is very strong. Let's go to the frog, my friend. That's what the firefly said. They all went to the frog together. It's easy to take revenge on an elephant, the frog told everyone a trick. Everyone got ready to practice the trick that the frog has told. First, the firefly goes to the elephant's eyes and tries to sting. The elephant tried to escape by closing and opening its eyes. Meanwhile, the woodpecker came and pierced the elephant's eye. The elephant started running without seeing one eye. The firefly tried to pierce the second eye. The elephant closed its eyes and ran. The woodpecker chased it and also pierced the second eye. The blind elephant started running. There a frog sat on the edge of the hill and cried. The elephant ran away thinking that there was a pond on this side. As the elephant could not see properly, it ran very fast and went into a deep place. The elephant could not come out of that place. So kids, we should not think that no one is stronger than us. No one can do anything to us. The results are the same if we turn around even small creatures. Story name is Little Duck. The story of a little duck named Quaker who lived in a lake. Quaker is a happy duck, but he feels lonely because he has no one to play with. One day he sees a flamingo standing on the sand and is immediately drawn to its grand appearance. Quaker introduces himself and asks the flamingo what brings him to the lake. The flamingo replies that he is just taking a walk. Quaker and Flamingo start talking and realize that they have something in common. They both are lonely. Quaker asks the flamingo if he wants to be friends, and the flamingo agrees. From that day on, Quaker and Flamingo spend their days swimming, playing, and exploring the lake together. As they spend more time together, Quaker and Flamingo realize that they are not alone in their loneliness. They see a flock of ducks swimming and splashing in the lake and decide to join them. The ducks welcome Quaker and the flamingo with open wings, and soon they are all playing and swimming together. The story ends with the Quaker and the flamingo feeling happy and content because they have found a community of friends. They are no longer lonely and they have learned that friendship is the best thing in life. Story name is The Needle Tree. There were two brothers. The older one was always mean to the younger one. The older one would chop firewood in the forest and sell it in the market. One day he stumbled across a magical tree. The tree begged him not to cut him down and promised him golden apples in exchange. The older brother felt disappointed with the numbers of apples he received. He decided to cut down the trees anyway, but the tree showered him with hundreds of needles. The boy was left laying on the forest ground in pain. His younger brother finally found him and carefully took out every needle. The elder brother finally apologized for treating his brother badly. The magical tree saw this exchange. It decided to give them more golden apples. Story name is The Bundle of Sticks. An old man had three sons. They were hard workers but always fought. He could never unite them. He then fell ill and asked his son to unite. They paid him no heed. He decided to teach them a lesson to set aside their differences. He gave them a bundle of sticks and told them to break it into two. Whoever finishes first would win. They quickly did this and started fighting again. He then gave them another bundle of sticks and told them to break it as a bundle and not separately. Despite their best efforts, they could not do it. He told them it was easy to break the sticks individually, but if you stay united, no one can hurt you. They finally understood the value of unity.
Hey kids, I'm here with a new story, that is The Proud Rose. In a hot desert, a pretty rose grew. It loved to boast about its beautiful petals. Nearby, a cactus stood tall. The rose would tease the cactus, saying, "You're so prickly and ugly, nobody likes you." The other plants tried to defend the cactus, but the rose wouldn't listen. One very hot summer, the rose began to wilt. It needed water. The cactus, however, was strong and stored water inside. Bird comes to drink from it. The thirsty rose asked the cactus for water. The kind cactus shared its water. "Thank you, cactus," said the rose. "I was wrong to tease you. You are special too." The cactus smiled and said, "We all are beautiful inside. Don't judge friends by how they look." So kids, moral of the story, be kind and look beyond appearances. Everyone is special. Let's go on a farm adventure. What animal goes cluck cluck? Can you answer? That's right, a hen. Now imagine you are on a farm and you see a happy hen named Henrietta. She has a soft feathers and warm wings. Henrietta loves her little chickens. How many chickens do you think she has? Let me answer. So, Henrietta has 5 adorable chickens. Now let's begin to the story. One day Henrietta says, "Chickens, stay close. Let's go find some tasty bugs and seeds." But oh no, a strong wind blows and the chickens get separated from Henrietta. What do you think Henrietta should do? Henrietta calls out, "Cluck cluck, where are my little chickens?" The chickens hear her and crib. "We are over here, mommy." Henrietta finds them and hugs them tightly. "I'm so glad we are together again." So kids, moral of the story, family is important and love keeps us together. Can you imagine someone knocks your door? Who could it be? Would you open the door for a stranger with a big smile? A friend you haven't seen in a while? Or someone who says they are your mom or dad but sounds different? Think carefully and answer me in the comments. Now let's hear a story about 7 little goats. In a small village, people told a story about a bad animal with shiny eyes. They called it the Shadow Stalker. So one evening, a mother goat left her 7 little goats at home. "Be careful, kids," she said. "Don't open the door for anyone except me." As night fell, a naughty wolf came to the door. "Open up, little goats, I am your mother." But the goats said, "No, you are not our mother. Your voice is rough and scary." The wolf tried again, wearing a costume and changing its voice, but the goats were too smart. Finally, the real mother goat returned and the wolf ran away. The mother goat was proud and said, "You are safe because you listened to me and used your brains." From that day on, people wondered, was the wolf really the shadow stalker or just a fake? The mystery remained unsolved. But one thing was sure, 7 little goats stayed safe. So kids, moral of the story, always listen to your parents, be clever and never trust strangers. Kids, learn the lesson and be safe. Bye-bye.
King Midas was a very rich man. He loved his gold, but he was also a very nice person. One day, the god Dionysus came and gave him a wish. King Midas loved his treasure and wanted more. "I wish everything I touch turns to gold," he said. Dionysus made his wish come true. Midas was very happy. His heart was beating very fast with joy. He touched the rose bush. It grew with golden flowers. Each petal was shining in the sunlight. Afterward, he picked up a stone and it turned to a gold, and the surface was shining with a bright golden color. The world around him became a bright and shiny place, full of golden treasure and fancy decoration showing his new power. His joy didn't last long, as his gift became a problem. One day Midas was very hungry, but his food turned to gold shiny in his hands, but not something he could eat. He couldn't eat the hard metal, no matter how hungry he was. Even water turned to gold on his lips, leaving him thirsty. His heart sank and was very disappointed. He realized his mistake. Midas was very sad because everything he touched turned to gold, even his dear daughter. He felt very sorry and begged Dionysus to take away from bad magic. Dionysus also felt sorry for Midas and agreed to remove the magic. Midas washed his hands in the river and the magic is gone. So kids, Midas learned his lesson on being greedy.
We are going on a fun journey with 2 friends, a speedy hare and a slow tortoise. Can you guess who will win the race between these two? Let's find out. Once upon a time, a hare and a tortoise decided to have a race. The hare, being super fast, thought, "I'll win this easily." So he challenged the tortoise, "Hey, slowpoke, let's see who's the fastest." Tortoise accepted the challenge. "I may be slow, but I'll never give up." So the race began. The hare zoomed ahead, laughing and teasing the tortoise. "You are so slow. I'll take a nap while I wait for you to catch up." But oh no, the hare overslept and the tortoise kept moving forward. When the hare woke up, he saw the tortoise crossing the finish line. Moral of the story, don't be overconfident like the hare. It can lead to mistakes. Remember kids, consistency and determination can take you further than speed and strength.
Hey kids, you might know this famous story. It's about a duckling who felt different from birth. He looked unlike his siblings and was teased constantly. One day he had enough and left his home pond. He searched for a new family, hoping to find acceptance. But wherever he went, he was rejected because of his appearance. Months passed and seasons changed. The duckling left sad and alone. Then he met a family of swans. As he gazed at them, he realized something amazing. He had grown into a beautiful swan. He finally understood why he never fit in with his siblings. He wasn't duck, he was a swan. Kids, moral of the story, don't judge others by how they look. Everyone is unique and beautiful in their own way. Let's celebrate our differences and accept each other.
An ant and the carefree grasshopper were the best of friends. During the warm summer months, the ant worked tirelessly. The ant worked so hardly and storing food in his cozy underground home. Meanwhile, the grasshopper spent his days singing, dancing, and soaking up the sunshine. Why worry about tomorrow? He says summer will last forever. When the winter arrived, the ant snuggled up in his well-stocked home, surrounded by his carefully stored provisions. The grasshopper, however, shivered with hunger and cold. The grasshopper knocked on the ant's door, begging for food. The ant kindly shared some. When the grasshopper returned asking for more, the ant explained, "I'm sorry, friend, but my food is barely enough for my family to survive in the winters. If I give you more food, we'll all go hungry. We had all summer to prepare, but you chose to play instead." So kids, moral of the story, just like the season, life has its abundance and scarcity. When resources are plentiful, save some for the lean time ahead. Preparation and hard work ensure a cozy winter, while laziness leaves you out in the cold. I'll tell you the story of Lazy Boy and the Apple Tree. Meet John. He was so lazy that changing clothes seemed like a chore. One sunny day, John gazed out the window and spotted the apple tree in their yard, and he craved a crunchy apple. But climbing the tree seemed like too much work, so John lay down beneath the tree, waiting for the apples to magically fall into his hands. Hours passed and John was starving badly. He waited and waited, but not a single apple fell. As the sun began to set, John realized his mistake. "Why didn't I climb the tree?" he thought, feeling frustrated and hungry. So, moral of the story, laziness won't get you what you want. Hard work and efforts are necessary to achieve your goals. So kids, keep doing your hard work and achieve your goals.